Hello, 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 and welcome to the Upper 90 YouTube soccer channel where we talk about anything in the sport between La Liga, Bundesliga, Premier League, Euros, World Cup, you name it, we're hitting on it. Today's topic, though, is going to be PSG and who they can possibly bring in and who possibly may be leaving the club, so stick around. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge Chelsea fan, but today's topic is all about PSG. Yes, Paris Saint-Germain and who they could be possibly signing, who could possibly be leaving. Now, we've already seen some players come in, such as Sergio Ramos and Donnarumma are the two big names that PSG have already brought into their club, and I don't think they're done yet because what's looking like what could happen, Mbappe may be on his way out. It sounds like Real Madrid is on his radar. He's talked about this for multiple years that he wants to go to Real Madrid, and it's been almost like a fantasy for him. So the chance, if it comes, I think he's going to want to take it. And it seems like after the Euros, something isn't jiving well with this player in France that I think he needs to leave for a bit and possibly come back or kind of get his knowledge at a different club and keep growing as a player, because at PSG, he's reached everything he can minus the Champions League. And I think if he goes somewhere else, he's going to have a really good opportunity due to the fact that PSG seem to always fall short. Whereas if he goes to Real Madrid, as we know, they are a sound team. They've definitely won the Champions League in recent time, and they can definitely win it again with all the players that they do have, because if they bring in him, I'm sure they'll build around him because he's such a young player that, again, should be at Real Madrid for a very long time. So what does this mean, though, for PSG? Well, if PSG get rid of one of their star players that's so young and talented, they obviously need to fix that and fill that gap, and that's where possibly Messi or Ronaldo could come in and play that position. Yes, the one and only Messi or Ronaldo, which to me still seems crazy to say that Messi may not be playing for Barcelona with this upcoming season. Now, if you recall with what all happened last season before the season started, there's a lot of issues between Barcelona and Messi where they had some disagreements on the contract where Messi thought he was able to opt out and leave the club and go somewhere else like Manchester City or someone else that was willing to buy him. And that did not happen, and I'm not too sure if that's still not sitting well for Messi. Now, Messi is coming off winning Copa America with Argentina, and I think that also could be a driving factor that he's finally won something with Argentina, that he almost feels satisfied that he doesn't need to do any more with Barcelona, that he may want to move and actually win some other trophies at another club, because as we know, other players have done this, though Messi has stuck around with Barcelona. He's obviously their top goal scorer throughout their entire history, the top assister, probably almost top chances created. I'm not too sure on that last one, but he's been such an influential player for Barcelona that if he leaves, this will be a massive thing for the club, because right now they definitely are in financial issues that if they keep Messi, this is going to be an issue for some of the other players around them like Griezmann and possibly Sergio Aguero and maybe a few other players, because they are having issues with finances and paying players and their wages, so they need to offload certain players. Whereas if Messi goes, this would most likely offload all their issues, even though he's been their star player, and this would be a huge problem for Barcelona. But I think they could really change it if they sell Messi, use that money, and buy some other players and bring them in. Now, like I said, Messi's not the only one on the radar, as is Ronaldo from Juventus. Now, I think this one is more likely to happen than the Messi one, just because Messi's been at Barcelona and I think he wants to possibly retire there, whereas Ronaldo has moved from club to club to club. Gained his career at Manchester United, didn't start there. He was obviously in Portugal first, but then came to Manchester United, became this elite player, one of the top stars in the game, then moved to Real Madrid at the time, breaking bank for him with how much they paid for him. Had just a phenomenal time at Real Madrid, won multiple Champions Leagues, won multiple trophies, and then left to go to Juventus, where they also were winning trophies as well. But I know Ronaldo is not happy with Juventus anymore, and they're also going through a lot of changes. Pirlo now is the manager, and it looks like they're going to be trying to switch things around. Whereas Ronaldo, who's gotten a lot older, 36 years old, that they're probably not going to want to build a team around him. And therefore, I think he wants to leave this club. And that's where I think PSG would be a really good pick for him, because all the players at PSG right now can really link up with Ronaldo, whereas he's going to be the target man, whereas you still have Neymar, who can do all the runs, crossing, dribbling, and play the ball over to Ronaldo, who then can score from a header, tap in, or inside the box, because we know he's deadly in that area. Not only that, though, they also have the midfield that can play balls to Ronaldo. And like I said, PSG, yes, their league is a little bit easier. I hate to say it, maybe I'm a little biased here, but it's not as demanding as the Premier League or La Liga, and also maybe Serie A, because in all of those leagues, there are a lot of tackles, a lot of physicality that goes on. And again, with Ronaldo's age, I think PSG may be the better option for him to kind of wind down his career, even though I still think he has at least 2, if not 3 more years left in his tank, and maybe even more, because he's built like a unit. The way he treats his body just shows that any player in their 30s can still thrive and play really well in this game. Yet Ronaldo is a potential for any player. Yes, he's worked on it for pretty much his whole life, but again, he's a player that really thrives when pressure's on him. And I think if he goes to PSG, there will be a little more pressure, because they haven't won the Champions League. He's a known winner for winning the Champions League, and this could be a huge step for the club. Now, with PSG, they obviously have some other issues. They have brought in Poch as their manager, which prior to bringing him in, this team was a sinking ship. He's been able to kind of steer it back to where it needs to be, even though there's still a lot that needs to be done with this club, because last season was the first time PSG didn't win their league in over a decade, and that was a massive blow for this club. And if they keep going that route, this team could start going downhill fairly quickly, so they need to make some big signings. Like I said, which they've already done. They brought in a better goalkeeper, even though Keylor Navas is a solid goalkeeper. Donnarumma, I think, is just slightly better. They brought in Sergio Ramos, who's a known winner, known Champions League winner, and won multiple things at Real Madrid. Along with their midfield, is pretty much stacked. Di Maria, Verratti, Draxler, just to name a few. There's obviously other players. And then they have Neymar. So this team could really elevate by bringing in Messi or Ronaldo. Either way, I think one of those players are coming in if Mbappe leaves, which again is kind of on the cusp of happening right now with him going to Real Madrid. So that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. That helps grow this channel. And if you do like this sport, this is the channel you want to subscribe to. So that is all, and we will see you next time.